video. So today I'm going to be working on a painting for my fiance and I's 10-year anniversary, which was on Christmas Eve. Gotta scoot that over a little bit. But this is obviously going up in 2026, and I'm going to be making us an us binder. And if you don't know what that is, we're both huge Pokemon fans, and an us binder is when couples find cards that remind them of each other and they put them in binder. Now, I wasn't going to pay $30 for a whole new binder, so I got this binder for $3, and then I bought some card inserts that I'm going to put in afterwards. That will be the inserts, and I'm going to be painting the cover of it with a Jolteon and an Umbreon, a shiny Umbreon. But first I have to get rid of this plastic piece, and I'm going to struggle to do that. But never fear, because box cutters are here. So I'm just going to be super careful taking this off. I'm going to do a quick sketch. Then I'm going to go over it with some acrylic paints, and I only have like 2 hours to do this, so hopefully I get it done in time. If not, oopsies. Anniversary ruined. Heyo, and I know we are well into the new year at this point. I say well into, it's like the first week, let's be real. But at the time of recording it, it's currently still the middle of December. If you know, then you know that mine and my fiance's anniversary is Christmas Eve. I had to get this done way in advance, and of course I wanted to record it because I knew I was going to be happy with the painting. And this is a big anniversary for us. This is our 10-year anniversary, and it's so wild to think that we've been together for 10 years and only just started living together like 6 months ago. So for our 10-year anniversary, I decided that I wanted to do something Pokemon related, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I almost forgot about the anniversary gift, and I was like, oh shit. And since my fiance does not celebrate their birthday, I didn't even get them anything for their birthday. I mean, I technically did. I got them this Fizzarolli hoodie, but the bell actually fell off, and when I told the company that I was not happy with the fact that the bell fell off after like a week of owning it, they gave me a full refund. So that hoodie was free. Like, slay stylish occult for that, I guess. But I knew I wanted to do a handmade gift for our anniversary, since I tend to keep birthdays handmade gifts. As you can see from the last 2 videos, they were birthday gifts from my in-laws, and then I also did the gift for my brother-in-law handmade. So for this, I was really excited because I got this idea. Well, I actually had a different idea. I was going to go down to the mall and buy a big Pokemon card, like those Celebrations promos, and I was going to paint over it to be the Sunbreon from the Prismatic Evolution set. However, my fiance works at the mall, and there was not going to be a time where I was going to be able to run down to that store to get the card. So I just said, fuck it, I have a better idea. I'm going to paint a binder with the Sunbreon. So I was looking at the binders, and they were a little expensive, like the official ones, and I was like, oh my god, this one's like $30 and I'm just gonna paint on it. So I went with this other one, as I stated, and I'm making it an us binder instead. And since it's an us binder, I decided to do us. My fiance's favorite evolution is Umbreon, and my fiance is a shiny hunter. So I decided to paint a shiny Umbreon, and then my favorite evolution is Jolteon, and I'm not a shiny hunter, so I just went with a plain Jolteon. I say plain, non-shiny. And I probably should have prepped this. I probably should have buffed it. I just went straight in with the paint, and putting yellow on black paint, it took like 4 layers, and it's still kind of transparent. Like, I'm looking at the finished piece now, and it's still kind of transparent. I was able to fix that later, so I started off with just trying to paint down the Jolteon after the quick sketch, which that sketch was so rough and messy. But after layering like 4 or 5 layers of acrylic paint, which is heavy body, which I'm shocked it's so thin, but it is also like the cheapest one that Michael's had. Well, one of the cheapest. It's Amsterdam brand. So I went through with the Jolteon for a little bit, and then I decided to switch it up and start working on the Umbreon, and I thought, oh shit, painting black on black is going to be hard. But Umbreon actually has like this light grayish blue color, but it's not 100% black. At least the shiny one did. So I just mixed a bunch of black with some white to get gray, then toned it with some blue, painted the silhouette of the Umbreon, and then just got to set that aside and went back to working on Jolteon. Once I got all the base down, which took so long because I did not buff it, I did not put anything on it to hold the paint down or, you know, make it white to make the yellow better. I went ahead and started shading, and I wasn't going to shade at first. Well, first I was, and then I wasn't, and then I was. The only reason I wasn't was because I wanted it to be like flat color, but with the yellow not cooperating, I figured I was going to need some other color variants there. So I started shading with this brown color that I kind of mixed into a yellow ochre. And once I started building up the shading, the non-appearing or the transparency of the yellow just kind of started to disappear. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got the shading, and then with that one paw that kind of looks wonky now, but like it literally, I finished this painting, let the paint dry, went downstairs to give my in-laws their gifts because today's the day between their birthday. Yesterday was my father-in-law's, tomorrow's my mother-in-law's. So I gave them both their gifts today. It looked good. And then I come back and I'm like, oh, Looks a little wonky, but it's okay because it's handmade, okay? I totally lost my train of thought right there because the dog downstairs is whining. Anyway, I shaded the Jolteon, went to the Umbreon. It was just building up from black from there. And then as I'm looking at it, I'm like, I probably should have put a background down first. So as I was painting the background, actually, I don't remember if it was the background or the Jolteon, but I had my arm resting down on the Umbreon side. And when I lifted my arm, a huge thing of paint just popped off because it wasn't primed. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I filled that back in real quick. But then as I went to the background, I was like so freaking careful. I feel like I wasted a lot of paint. I always do with heavy body acrylics, but this one just feels like a lot more. So I was ending up trying to mix whatever colors I had left behind, added a little bit more. I wasted more brown than anything, but I got this really nice teal color. And my fiance is autistic, and that is relevant because I know that a lot of autistic people tend to lean towards the color green. It's just like an internet fact or something, but I was like, oh, okay. So I made this background like this teal color. Also, since that, like, my thought process also to make it match is that, oh, the blue of the Umbreon and the yellow of Jolteon, green. And it works. I mean, it's like a teal, but once I got that down, I decided to, I said go downstairs, give my in-laws their gifts. And the background is a little, I want to say splotchy, but it's almost like what do they call them? You can see the paint strokes, and that's what I like because I had mixed like 3 different shades of this teal just for it to blend together. So that's why I'm really glad that I had the paint strokes available. Got the whole background filled, and then we were on to sealing it, which I used just Mod Podge. I have this Mod Podge. It's like a satin glossy kind of finish. So I sealed it all up. Then I decided, why would I make my life easy? As I'm waiting for this glue to dry, which was literally a half hour ago, I'm so impatient. I decided to put some stickers on the back, or on the what are they called? The spine of it. Let's say Us Binder because it's cute. And I put some Mod Podge on that. And then I'm also really impatient, as you can see at the end. I'm trying to put these sheets in while holding up this binder edge so I can get the sheets in, so I can just go put this in my mother-in-law's craft room so my fiance doesn't see it until Christmas Eve. But I was able to get those in, as you can see, by it taking so long to put in. And the first card that's going in this binder is a Palmy card. Walmart had these mystery pack Pokemon packs, like they're like $8 for a single pack, and it's like, look for vintage. And the only reason I bought them was because Crystal Guardians was on the cover, and the Crystal Guardians Pokemon cards were like the first Pokemon cards my Nana ever got me when I was a little kid, so they have like a sentimental value. So if I had a chance on getting it, I tried, and we got 2 packs each. The first time we opened it, we both just got Scarlet and Violet, and then the second time we got it, my fiance had gotten like Temporal Forces, I believe, and I had got Paldean Fates, which is like the Shiny Hunters collection. So when I opened the pack, whatever, the last card in the pack was this full art illustration rare shiny Pomni, which I already have a copy. So that's the first card going in the binder because they're cuddling. It's the first part of the Us binder, and I'm so excited for how this turned out. It's really sweet, it's really cute, and it's really dorky, and I'm like, can you tell I really love my fiance, and I'm like really excited to get married, and I'm gonna cry over it. Yeah, that's just about it. Hopefully the paint stays on the binder. I have to be really careful with that, but I gotta go hide it in the craft room because my fiance just got home. So thank you guys so much for watching. Links to I almost said Instagram. At the time of recording this, I'm still banned from Instagram. That might be different. If my Instagram is unbanned, it's down below. If it's not unbanned, then it's not there. But my Blue Sky is down there, and so is my Etsy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week with something else. I don't know what it is yet. Bye!